Hey guys, happy Saturday. Hopefully y'all can hear me, but, and hopefully this is going through, but there's just a lot that I just want to impart. You guys are commenting on the parasite video, you love it, and I'm so thankful, but there's so much more than just parasites. Let me just put a letter in. Okay. So parasites are at the root of a lot of issues, right? You're possibly struggling with anxiety or depression. Maybe you've got a chronic autoimmune issue, or you've got chronic Lyme. Maybe you have just acid reflux. Well, not just, that can be terrible, right? But maybe your child's misbehaving. They have really poor behavior and they're not able to focus in school, right? There are all of these problems that I notice that we have or our family members have. And you try a lot of things, but you're wondering, why won't it work? Or why won't the medication work that the doctor is giving you? And I really just want to break down for you guys how complex the body can be, and what avenues you can explore, and we can explore together. Okay, so when we're dealing with chronic illness, know that it's not normal for the body to be like this, right? That it's in a diseased state. Dis-ease. The body, when it's in a disease state, there's dis-ease throughout the body. And one of the things is parasites, right? So a lot of us are struggling with health because part of it is parasites, and those get in the body and they mess you up like crazy. Living it myself. But it's not always just parasites. The body's, it's an onion, really. So there are layers. Like Shrek says, right? There are layers, but we are an onion. You can't, or think of a tree. You know, you can't get to the core until you work your way in, right? So you have to take the layers off for your body. And what that means is, you know, look at things that could be more superficial. So things that surround you. This could be water. What water are you drinking? Is it clean? And I don't mean Brita filtered. I don't mean from your refrigerator. I mean like a Berkey filter or something that really takes the chlorine, the fluoride, all those toxic heavy metals out. Because I told you guys in the past with your thyroid loves halogens. And so you get bromide, you get chlorine, you get fluoride, fluorine, whatever. Those are in our water supply, and those are binding to our thyroid where iodine can't come in and bind. And so we're getting a lot of thyroid issues, right? So that's one reason, just one, why it's really important to make sure that you have clean water. So when we're trying to get better, we need to look at everything that is around us. So water's huge, okay? Another thing is food. What kind of food are you eating? First of all, are you eating macaroni and cheese and McDonald's, you know, and I don't know, like really heavy starch, grainy, crappy food? That's huge because you've got a gut microbiome inside your body, all right? And you're feeding your body not just for energy, not because it tastes good, right? I mean, that's important that food tastes good. You guys know me, I'm a foodie and I love creating new things, but you want to make sure that what you're eating is feeding your body and feeding the good guys. So things like, I mean, just about avocados. I mean, bananas can be good too, right? In moderation. I've got a coconut here. I think this coconut went bad, but anyway, you get the point. You want to make sure that you're eating whole foods, right? So grain isn't always bad, but you want to make sure it's well sourced. And so maybe you look and make sure it's organic, all right? Make sure it's from another country, even, because here in the United States, our grains are not that, they're not that great. I'll be honest. They're pretty ridden with toxins and molds. We have a higher mycotoxin count in our food than other countries, sadly. It's just the truth that we live. For those watching who are from other countries, that's, you know, a blessing for you guys. Not that you guys are perfect either, I know that, but yeah, make sure your foods are non-GMO and organic as much as you can. All my foods are not non-GMO or not non-organic. They're not organic, sorry. Clean 15, Dirty Dozen. Hey, Yvette, by the way. But Clean 15, I'm gonna type these in the notes, and Dirty Dozen through Dirty Dozen. I posted this a while ago, but Dirty Dozen through Environmental Working Group, EWG. They've got a list, and you guys can look and see which foods should or must be organic, and which ones are okay to not be. Typically ones that are from the brassica family, like cruciferous, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, those are typically safer versus things like strawberries, highest in terms of pesticides and herbicides, right? Because you don't want to add that to your body, because that parasites actually feed off of that. They feed off of the toxins that we put in our body. They feed off of the heavy metals. In fact, they use heavy metals to create a shield. So this is one reason why people who are struggling with recurring infections or infections that don't go away, it's really because of biofilm. That's a big part of it. And what these bugs do, be they viruses, parasites, Lyme, molds, funguses, viruses, I think I said that, but any type of bug that plants itself in your body, nestled all at home, right? No, want them out. What they'll do is they'll take heavy metals and they will create a biofilm. So your body, your immune system goes, okay, let's make sure we get rid of whatever doesn't belong. And it goes to this cell. Oh, hey, parasites hiding behind it, behind the biofilm. Okay, this looks normal. We're fine. Let's just keep going. And the parasite's here. Well, it's digging into your stomach, your liver, your GI tract, your brain, wherever it is. You've got to take that biofilm away so that when the body comes up, it goes, attack. You don't belong here. Get out. So, and sometimes you need more things like herbs to force the parasites out. But biofilms are big, so I always recommend people to look into microbe formulas. I love the company. They've got a biofilm buster. They've got a few, but also heavy metal detox, and they're great, and they're very, very kind in terms of helping the body. But always look into different heavy metal detoxes. There's zeolite spray. I know it's a network marketing company, but you know what, guys? The stuff is good. It works in collecting heavy metals and collecting debris, toxins that don't belong in the body. So that's another really good one that I recommend. But biofilm busters. Garlic is huge. So allicin, ALLICIN, is another thing. These cost money, yes, but guys, what we're doing is we are fixing the problems now so that this doesn't become more problematic in the future, because people will say, well, I've got some brain fog, or I've got some back pain. Okay, what if that ends up in surgery? Or what if that ends up in Alzheimer's, right? And so then where does that put you financially? You guys need to make sure you're taking care of your health and the health of your family right now. Start today. I feel like a commercial, but it's true. If you don't take the steps necessary, you're not going to do better in the future. I will tell you that, unless you've got great genetics, and I don't know. I just don't see it happening. So foods, bugs, water supply, right? And then also foods, bugs, water supply, heavy metals, okay, and where those are coming from. And then things like allergies. So we do have allergies to foods. Typically it's because there's a disruption of the gut microbiome. But if you're allergic to it and it's because of the infections, well, you've got to take the food out, right? And take the infections out. Because what I've learned is, especially things with like dairy, if you have dairy allergies, parasites are typically behind that. So take care of that. When I talk to people about food allergies, I know it can be scary sometimes, but what I found is just people who have gluten issues, unless you're celiac, that's different, but gluten issues, dairy issues, nut issues, when they clean the body up, they take the heavy metals out, they clean up their food and water supply, they take out the infections especially, the immune system comes back and is able to kind of correct and reline the gut lining with good mucus and tighten those junctions. So you've got your gut microbiome, let's just say a tube right now. You've got a tube, right? Part of your GI tract, and there are tight junctions that should be tight in the body. So what happens is when we get pesticides, herbicides, parasites, no more of the good guys, what happens? They start to open up. This tube, that's your digestive tract, that is outside the body, because food is outside the body, right, in the digestive tract. Those tight junctions getting less tight, more loose, food particles go in the body and they cause a number of problems, okay? So sometimes people have to go on a more anti-inflammatory diet and drink bone broth and add turmeric and do things that will push bugs out, improve the immune system, and help the body to restore itself to its natural self. And so Microbiome, your microbiome, the bugs inside you are super important, the good ones, and they keep the bad ones in check. I get a lot of people, so chronic Lyme disease, myself here, I get a lot of people who tell me that I should take antibiotics, and maybe you're watching this right now. And if I pulse them for 3 years, then maybe that will help. But my digestive tract is already so messed up. And so I can't do antibiotics. And the other thing is, guys, when you take antibiotics, you've got this balance, right, of your good microbiome and your bad. But if you're sick, then your bad microbiome, the bad bugs are worse off. And so you're taking antibiotics that kill them both. But what happens is both go down. When you get better, your immune system needs to come up, which are the bugs in your body, and they need to bring this down, the bad guys, basically, in layman's terms. Because if you keep trying to fight off, like how do I equate this? If you keep trying to fight off bad bugs in your body, but your immune system is not able to really do that because you keep taking herbs or hounding it with antibiotics or any of these, if the immune system's not supported, it's not able to kind of take over, right? And then you're just constantly going to be fighting these bugs that will forever be in your body. You just need to keep them in check, but your immune system keeps them in check. Antibiotics do not help with that. Okay? I'm just saying. What was I going to say? So microbiome is your immune support. If you have fevers, I think that these are great because the fever is the immune system saying, hey, something's wrong. Bring the temperature up so we can kill it, right? Typically people who are chronically ill really don't get fevers. And, this is not to the T true, but like everyone's different. That's the beautiful thing about science. You get different cases. There's always an exception, right? But yeah, if you're wondering, like, I'm dealing with a lot of health issues, I don't understand why. I don't understand why the doctor can't help me, why they keep prescribing me all this medication or all of these things, then maybe look deeper. And even if you're not struggling with this, look deeper, guys. Look at what you're eating. Look at what you're drinking. Start making changes. And it doesn't have to be some crazy big, I'm going to go keto starting next week or tomorrow, or I'm going to go paleo. For me, so Travis has a 10 items list, and he's great about reaching them. 10 things a day that you do. And it could be like brushing your teeth, working out. But for me, first thing is make sure I brush my teeth twice a day. All right, I've got that down. Next thing, learn a new French word every day. Cool. And then eventually I'm going to add workout every day, maybe, or like 3 times a week, right? But you want to do slowly because then you just acclimate and you've got your rhythm going, and you want a rhythm. We all have our own rhythms. But if you guys need help, if you're like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, I've got these problems, and I don't know how to address them, then just reach out to me. Or, scroll through this Facebook feed and the group and find what will help you, because that is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys in whatever ways that I can, to support you, to encourage you. I love the relationships that have been built here. And I just hope that you guys will keep these, and friend request each other if you want and accept them if you want. But yeah, there is another way to look at the body, and it's called addressing the root cause. And that's what I do here. I help teach people about addressing health at the root, because when you do that, when you get rid of the heavy metals, when you get rid of the bad bugs, when you balance the body, when you add CBD oil, right? CBD oil brings great balance to the body. It allows for homeostasis. Just a quick facts. So CBD, right? This is my cinnamon CBD. It targets everything, pretty much all the receptors in the body, because we have an endocannabinoid system. The CB1 and the CB2 receptors, it's targeting those. So it will up or down regulate really whatever's going on in the body, which is why I love it, because you don't really have to take as many supplements as you usually do. But there are so many ways to look at restoring the body. And I just hope to give you guys hope, and that you take little nuggets from this group and implement them. So I think that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to pop on to my main page later. I'm going to be cooking up some things, and I've got a new look, we'll say, and I'm going to be playing with it. So just learning more about who I am, really. So I don't know. If you guys have any interest in that, feel free to join. But yeah, I did not see any questions. So thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you're having a good Saturday. It's pretty chill. It's been rainy and it's been lovely. So have a lovely day. Thanks.